Who knows when this will be released, but at the time of filming this, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I thought, why not? Get nice, get cute, and watch a fun romantic movie. As far as I understand, enemies to lovers is the trope here, and personally, I can enjoy an enemies to lovers storyline, and Pride and Prejudice is one of the few that I know that actually does it well. So I'm really interested in seeing how it goes. I have never seen any of the movies before purposely for this reason, so now you get to see me watch it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy. And in case you don't know me, hi, my name is Clarice. I am an actress that was trained in New York City, and I make videos where I react, I talk about, analyze, and discuss films and TV shows, talk about what make them so great from an appreciative lens, and occasionally I do makeup. If any of that sounds like your cup of tea, consider subscribing. You can click on all the links down below, and I also recently launched a Patreon, which means that this film, my reaction, on top of many other reactions that I've done on this channel, will be in full links that you can subscribe onto and help support me, because your girl's gotta pay bills. So it's really much appreciated. But nevertheless, with that being said, let's get into it. Also, please excuse my rat's nest looking hair. We're figuring it out. I'm honestly really excited. I know that my sister loves this movie, and I have yet to see it, so Pride and Prejudice. What I am assuming is the tail themes of this whole story. And there we have Keira Knightley. She's got messy hair like me. Clearly that must mean she's not an attractive individual. Oh, I'm also ready to see these costumes. I've heard that its accuracy is a bit debatable, especially in this movie compared to the television series. So I'm not gonna be like monitoring them more on historical accuracy because I'm not expecting that, but I am interested in seeing the creative liberties that they take, just because it's a silhouette that I love. Also, it's so many actresses that are huge now. Rosamund Pike, Keira Knightley, Donald Sutherland. Oh my gosh, Carey Mulligan, and I only know her as Joanna from Hunger Games.
Who's single? Mr. Bingley, apparently.
Bingley!
And how can that possibly affect them?
Jenna Malone. Jenna Malone. Ooh, that's a bad wig. That's an ill-fitting wig. It bothers me. Are they the Bingleys? Those are the ones I know. I know the Bingleys and Mr. Darcy. Okay, we've got Mr. Bingley, Mr. Darcy, his sister. I want to say her name is Karen. Is it Karen Bingley? If her name is Karen, from what I know of her story, that's a fitting name. Unless I'm completely wrong. Here we go. My time to learn their names.
I can read, of course. And I'm not suggesting you can't read out of doors, of course.
I wish I read more, but there always seems to be so many other things to do.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Why I feel like he can't read?
The regiment are coming! Officers! We stationed the whole winter. Stationed them and it's just right there.
Always gotta be looking out for them officers. You know why? Benefits. Hey, I respect any woman's right to hustle at this time. Find your husbands, ladies. Find them. I want to know what's brooding in Mr. Darcy. Obviously, I know that they're gonna fall in love, but I want to know why he's got this demeanor now. Yo, that mom, she is the wing woman.
Lucas is a most amusing young woman.
Oh, yes, I adore her.
Gosh,
It is a pity she's not more handsome.
Mama?
Oh, but Lizzie will never admit that she's plain.
and there's something about Mr. Bingley, like, it's just his whole everything is just one of those, like, oh, like, I don't know how to describe it other than just his whole personality is like, if he wasn't rich, I don't know if you know what I mean, but like some of you will know what I mean. And if you do, comment.
What do you recommend to encourage affection?
Dancing. Even if one's partner is barely tolerable.
Ooh.
Look at
Oh, there, dear.
Oh, poor thing. It is a shame she's not more handsome. There's a spinster in the making and no
Yo, they're
mistake.
so...
The four.
Their mom is so honest. Okay, so it's gotta be Mr. Bingley. She's so pretty. See, we are saved. Again, family. It's the family unit. You're not marrying one.
It's from
It
Caroline
is
Bingley.
Caroline Bingley. Ah, Carolyn. It's not Karen. If she starts acting like a Karen, I'm gonna call Carolyn Karen.
Wanted me to dine with her.
Okay. Maybe I misjudged
Her brother
Carolyn.
will be dining out.
Dining out?
Okay.
Can I take the carriage?
Where? Let me see that.
It is too far to walk, Mamma.
It's unaccountable of him dining out, indeed.
Mamma, the carriage for Jane.
She'll go on horseback.
Horseback?
Why? It's raining. Don't you want your girls to have a good chance?
Is it?
Oh, she'll have to stay the night, exactly as I predicted.
Ah, see, that's why she be the wing woman. Yo, okay, mom got some matchmaking talent. Okay. Yes, granted, guys, under the guise of a 21st century lens, if we look at things like culture and the stifling of autonomy within women's bodies and women's rights and things like this, you could look at this completely differently and not be okay. But I am suspending all of that disbelief because this is Regency time. This is the late 17th. This is the late 18th to 19th century. So I am just taking this at face value. We can have that serious conversation at the end of this. You good with that? I'm good with that. You good with that? Because either way, this mom be getting her girls men. That's all. I have to give credit where credit is due because mom got tactics. Ella sabe lo que está haciendo.
Skills in the art of matchmaking.
There we go. Gracias. Thank you.
Though I don't think, Mamma, you can reasonably take credit for making it rain.
Tú no sabes lo que ella controla.
My kind friends will not hear of me returning home until I am better, but do not be alarmed. Excepting a sore throat, a fever, and a headache, there is nothing much wrong with me. This is ridiculous.
Well, if Jane does die, it'd be a comfort to know it was in pursuit of Mr. Bingley.
People do not die.
Hey, women needing to be taken care of. Good tactic when you're trying to find a man. I say this as someone with very little experience in that regard. But I am a hopeless romantic and I've watched a lot of romantic movies, which also promote, like, a lot of times toxic relationship behavior, so never mind. I'm in therapy. Okay.
Good Lord, Miss Elizabeth, did you walk here?
I did.
Oh God, honey, your hair. It is the late 18th, early 19th century. Girl, put your hair up. And girl, where is your bonnet? Ella necesita una bonnet. Porque eso es lo que tienen los tiempos, pero todas estas películas, ellos odian las bonnets. I don't even understand. Bonnets! Tu pelo se ve, chica. No me puedes estar con ese pelo así. Tú sabes que no
I'm so
puedes estar con
sorry.
ese
How is
pelo
my
así.
sister?
She's upstairs.
He's so...
Thank you.
Why? Like, what is going on, Darcy? I'm like, why? Like, he's just sad boy. Like, why? Why are you sad boy? Like, I don't even know if it's sad. It really is just this, like, constant state of brooding and not really letting yourself feel.
And Miss Bennet, sir.
Oh, for heaven's sake, are we to receive every Bennet in the country?
Yes. But they have bonnets. They have
Find the country
bonnets.
very diverting.
They
Don't you
have
agree, Darcy?
bonnets.
Mr. Darcy?
Miss Elizabeth?
And then there swans great long lashes like a cow.
I'm sorry. Get? What is this subtext that I am missing? What is that? That said so much, but I don't know why. I really hope this pays off because what the heck was that? Like, if I am walking up a carriage and this man that has, like, seemed off with me and we haven't vibed, all of a sudden, like, chico, ¿qué piensa que estás haciendo? So,
Mr. Collins at your service. And I have to inform you that the eldest Miss Bennet has captured my special attention.
Oh, Mr. Collins.
Engaged.
But Miss Lizzie, next to her in both age and beauty, would make anyone an excellent partner. Do not you agree, Mr. Collins?
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay, now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. Okay, we're getting them. This is just sometimes the words aren't going to compute with the level of... I understand why, but I hate it. Oh, there's the handkerchief. An officer.
Yours, I believe.
Oh, Mr. Wickham, how perfect you are. I picked up my handkerchief too. Did you drop yours on purpose, Lizzie? Mr. Wickham's a left.
I do not know the actor's name, but I recognize him as the love interest in The Young Victoria with Emily Blunt, which is a film that I actually love. And so I'm like, it's you. Okay, I trust him.
Be sure to invite Mr. Wickham. He is a credit to his profession.
Yeah, you can't invite people to other people's balls.
Is he proud? Is it that he's proud? Is he too proud?
Of course you must come, Mr. Wickham. If you'll excuse me, ladies, enjoy the day.
Okay.
Do you plan to go to the Netherfield Ball?
What is the conflict there?
What is the manner of your disapproval of Mr. Darcy?
Yes, please share.
My father managed his estate.
Okay.
We grew up together, Darcy and I. His father treated me like a second son.
Oh,
Loved me
what happened?
Like a son.
Did you get...
We were both with him the day he died. His father bequeathed me the rectory in his estate. But Darcy ignored his wishes and gave the living to another man.
But why?
Jealousy.
How cruel.
So now
Is
I'm
that
a
true?
poor foot soldier. Too lowly even to be noticed.
If he really did that to a guy that was like his brother that grew up with him, ooh, I don't like that. I like Wickham. Please tell me. I like Wickham for Lizzie, so... Dime cómo esta película va a cambiar mi mente. Porque I have no idea.
Dear Jane, always doing what's best for her family.
¿Por qué la sigue persiguiendo, man? He is like stalking her. What is the attraction? I have gotten nothing. And if there is some, I need to watch this movie back a couple times because what the heck is it? What is it? ¿Pero qué carajo quieres ahora?
May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
You may.
Okay, bro, you gotta give me some emotional availability or something. Like,
And I dare say that is an irreversible event.
It is. Why do you ask such a question?
To make out your character, Mr. Darcy.
And what have you
yes.
Very little. To hear such different accounts of you has puzzled me exceedingly.
I hope to afford you more clarity in the future.
Okay, that tells me something, but all it really inclines me to want is Darcy's side of the story.
We'll be having a wedding here at Netherfield in less than 3 months, if you ask me, Mr. Bennett.
Is Charles actually going to commit to that? I know. No.
Mrs. Bennett.
Girl, I love her face. I love her face right now.
I singled you out as the companion of my future life.
Mr. Collins, I am perfectly serious. You could not make me happy, and I'm convinced I'm the last woman in the world who could make you happy.
Yes.
Back now and say you've changed your mind.
Yeah.
No.
Think of your family.
You cannot make me.
Mr. Bennett, say something.
So, your mother insists on you marrying Mr. Collins.
Yes,
Okay.
I shall never see her again.
Lizzie, from this day onward, you must be a stranger to one of your
Who
parents.
will maintain you when your father is dead?
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
Mr. Bennett. Thank you, Papa.
Hey.
Ungrateful child!
Let's go, Mr. Bennett.
You again! Not that I...
Jane.
Oh, God. No. Is he leaving?
Georgiana Darcy has her equal for beauty, elegance, and accomplishment. So much so, I must hope to hereafter call her my sister.
Is that not clear enough?
Caroline sees that her brother is in love with you and is taking him off to persuade him otherwise.
Yep.
Charlotte, I've come here to tell you the news. Mr. Collins and I are engaged.
Engaged?
Yes.
Oh, he went to Charlotte.
There is no earthly reason why I shouldn't be as happy with him as any other.
But he's ridiculous.
Oh, hush.
He is.
Not all of us can afford to be romantic.
Yes. Like, the man is ridiculous, but it goes back to my very point. You gotta put yourself in the shoes of these women. Some of them have choices. Lizzie is genuinely lucky and privileged enough to be in a position where she can turn down a man and have a father that will side with her and let her turn him down and continue to grow and flourish. But others don't. Others are far less fortunate. And like she said herself, he offers me a good home, protection. I'm getting older again, and she has no prospects. That means a lot. As much as we can look at it from our 21st century lens and see it as ridiculous, this is the time. They're not about to break the wheel with this. So you either conform, become an old maid, or try a much harder life. Charlotte wanted to take the easier option because she has so few. I can't judge her. I get that Lizzie will, though.
I think a little later we'll play cards.
Is that
Your ladyship.
Dame? Dama?
Mr. Berg.
Dama? Judy? Es Judy. Yo, si me dice que es Judy. Yes, it is. I know that.
This is my daughter.
It's very kind of you to
Rather
ask us to
alone
dine,
cost
Lady
upwards of
Catherine.
£300.
Mr. Darcy.
You know my nephew?
Oh.
You draw?
No.
No, not at all.
Your sisters, do they draw?
Not one.
It's very strange. 5 daughters brought up at home without a governess. I never heard such a thing. Your mother must have been quite a slave to your education.
Not at all, Lady Catherine.
Upon my word, you give your opinion very decidedly for so young a person. Pray, what is your age?
With 3 younger sisters grown up, your ladyship can hardly expect me to own to it.
So I don't know if you guys caught on, but so much of that was just like, again, like that table scene is just a testament of one, very good acting to tell the story, but telling the story of these exact roles and different class divides that the story is about and how that's communicated at this time where you have Lady Catherine of nobility and that disconnect where clearly the Bennets are not that high on the class system and the disconnect that the nobility has with the livelihoods of those beneath them.
I do not have the talent of conversing easily with people I have never met before.
Perhaps you should take your aunt's advice and practice.
Yes. Oh, are you gonna try? Chico, ¿por qué le sigues mirando así? ¿Por qué la sigues mirando así, man? No lo entiendo.
Jane.
How's your penmanship, girl? Not bad. Wasn't bad. I wonder if it was actually Kira writing it or if it was somebody else.
Mr. Darcy.
Bro, why you... Bruh. I am very confused. She's
I'm
so
afraid
pretty.
Mr. and Mrs. Collins have gone on business to the village.
Still very confused. Enlighten me, please. And your exasperated behavior, sir.
This is a charming house. I believe my aunt did a great
Are
deal
you
to
trying
it
to start
when
a
Mr.
conversation?
Collins first arrived.
I believe so. She could not have bestowed her kindness on a more grateful subject.
Bro, do you have anxiety or something? Do you have social anxiety? Or are
Shall
you
I
just
call for
really
some tea?
shy?
No, thank you.
Why are you... What is happening?
Good day, Miss Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure.
Bro, he is the master of stifling emotions. Like, bro, what is it? What is it? There's so much.
What on earth have you done to poor Mr. Darcy?
There's so much just here. Like,
no idea.
it's not coming out. As an actor, that's fantastic. Just because it shows so clearly. But I'm like, bro,
apply for consolation in distress.
Darcy is a most loyal companion. From what I heard on our journey here, he recently came to the rescue of one of his friends just in time.
What happened?
He saved the man from an imprudent marriage.
Who was the man?
His closest friend, Charles Bingley. There were apparently strong objections to the lady.
So he separated them.
Miss Elizabeth,
I don't understand.
I love you.
Yeah,
Most ardently.
Do you think that anything might tempt me to accept the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister?
Yes.
You deny it, Mr. Darcy. Free of the acutest kind.
I do not deny it.
How could you do it?
Because I believed your sister indifferent to him.
Indifferent.
I watched them most carefully and realized his attachment was deeper than hers.
That's because she's shy.
Bingley, too, is modest and was persuaded she didn't feel strongly
Because
for him.
you suggested it.
I did it for his own good.
My sister hardly shows her true feelings to me. And what about Mr. Wickham?
Mr. Wickham.
What excuse can you give
Dímelo.
me
¿Qué es
for
la
your behaviour
excuse?
towards him?
You take an eager interest in that gentleman's
He
concerns.
told me of his misfortunes.
Oh, yes, his misfortunes have been very great indeed.
You ruin his chances, and yet you treat him with sarcasm.
Yes.
So this is your opinion of me?
Yes.
Thank you for explaining so fully. Perhaps these offences might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my
pride?
honesty in admitting scruples about our relationship.
That you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed
Please don't
upon
kiss
to
her.
marry.
Don't kiss her. No.
Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I feel like there's more to it. He's doing too good of a job at acting. But also, I'm just confused as to why this mother effer over here like, I love you. Like, only in these movies.
Came to leave you this.
Okay.
My father loved Mr. Wickham as a son.
Okay.
In consequence, he left him a generous living.
Okay.
But upon my father's death, Mr. Wickham announced he had no intention of taking orders. He demanded the value of the living which he was given, and which he
Okay.
gambled away within weeks.
Okay.
He then wrote demanding more money, which I refused.
Okay.
After which he severed all acquaintance. He came back to see us last summer, at which point he declared passionate love for my sister, whom he tried to persuade to elope with him. She is to inherit £30,000. When it was made clear he would never receive a penny of that inheritance, he disappeared. I will not attempt to convey the depth of Georgiana's despair. She was 15 years old. As to the other matter, that of your sister and Mr. Bingley, though the motives which governed me may to you appear insufficient,
Yeah.
they were in the service of a friend.
Okay.
Is he?
How you gonna cut it off? Chica, porque... Acuérdate algo muy importante. So Mr. Wickham is kind of a dick. Okay, so he broke Darcy's little sister's heart, gambled away all his earnings, demanded more, and did not want to take orders. So essentially, yeah, was a complete and utter dick and bad friend and squandered Darcy's dad's name and good confidence. So he's toxic. Yeah, that's understandable. I'd cut ties too. Putting myself in his shoes, this is a man who's grown with nobility, who knows that people will come of lower birth to take advantage of his wealth at any chance. And even when he thought that he probably confided in the right people and that his father did, clearly he has a lot of respect for his father, who trusted Wickham, to have that level of betrayal by your best friend who is of low birth, that's enough to make anyone generalize a group of people that they do not associate with on a daily basis. And so that creates a sense of prejudice. And that prejudice will cause you to make actions out of assumption. And those assumptions are assumptions, they're not true. So now you're causing hurt to others based on things that could have just been communicated. So, yeah. These two just need communication. Oh, that's lovely. I love the texture of that, like, covering. That's beautiful. It's not a bad sculpture of him. Interesting.
This is he, Mr. Darcy.
A handsome face. Lizzie, is it a true likeness?
Does the young lady know Mr. Darcy?
Only a little.
Do you not think him a handsome man, miss?
Yes. Yes, I dare say he is.
¿La está viendo diferente?
This is his sister, Miss Georgiana.
Oh, Georgiana's here. She's gonna give the last piece of the story. She's gonna give the last piece of her story. She's gonna add the last piece of the story. Putting it there. I did know that there were other witnesses. Now we know. We're meeting at the truth. Oh, the awkwardness. Oh my god. Nope. Escape the shame. Just jump. Just chica. Just brinca.
And are you having a pleasant trip?
Look at his face. That, so much in his eyes now. So much. That man is carrying the weight of the world.
Is she not?
Your unfortunate brother once had to put up with my playing for a whole evening.
But he says you play so well.
Then he has perjured himself most profoundly.
No, I said played quite well.
Oh, quite well is not very well. I'm satisfied.
Oh, we can some. Did you see that? Light in that man's eyes.
Mr. Gardner, are you fond of fishing?
Oh, very much, sir.
Can I persuade you to accompany me to the lake this afternoon? It's very well stocked and its occupants left in peace for far too long.
I would be delighted.
Do you play duets, Miss Elizabeth?
Only when forced.
Brother, you must force her.
Oh, she's adorable. Oh no. No, she's in mourning. What happened?
Lydia has run away.
Oh, okay, thank God. I thought someone died.
With Mr. Wickham. They are gone from Brighton to Lord knows where. She has no money, no connections. I fear she's lost forever.
Dear, my baby. How could she do such a thing to her poor mamma?
Father! Lydia married. And at 15 too. Ring the bell.
Dang it, Mom. Now
I
you're.
must put on my things and tell Lady Lucas. Oh, to see her face.
Oh, you're
and tell the
crossing-
servants they will have a bowl of punch.
We should thank our uncle, Mamma.
And so he
doesn't
should help.
have anything.
He's far richer than us and has no children. Daughter married.
Is that really all you think about?
When you have 5 daughters, Lizzie, tell me what else will occupy your thoughts, and then perhaps you will understand.
I mean, fair. Man, and I trusted you.
Whatsoever. Who's
Come
to be
on.
this man if he doesn't come back? Lucky he did come back, or I would have had to ask Mr. Darcy, but I don't really like
Mr. Darcy? Oh, I forgot. But I shouldn't have said a word. Mr. Darcy was at your wedding.
He was the one that discovered us. He paid for the wedding, Wickham's commission, everything. But don't tell anyone, he told me not to tell.
Mr. Darcy?
Stop it, Lizzie. Mr. Darcy's not half as high-mighty as he is sometimes.
I know this is all very untoward, but I would like to request the privilege of speaking to Miss Bennet. Alone.
Oh, I love that even the dad's listening. That's so cute.
Yes.
Aww.
1,000 times yes.
Thank the Lord for that. I thought it would never happen.
Maybe he's
Oh.
changed his mind.
Is he back? They said maybe he's changed his mind.
Come in. Yes?
Lady Catherine.
Judy.
The rest of your offspring, I presume.
All but one.
Lady
The youngest has been
Catherine.
lately married, your ladyship. And my eldest was proposed to only this afternoon.
You have a very small garden, madam.
Could I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps, Your Lady?
Absolutely not. I need to speak to Miss Elizabeth Bennet alone, as a matter of urgency. You can be at no loss, Miss Bennet, to understand why I am here.
Indeed, you are mistaken. I cannot account for this honour at all.
Miss Bennet,
No.
I warn you, I am not to be trifled with. A
Yeah.
report of a most alarming nature has reached me that you intend to be united with my nephew, Mr. Darcy. Mr. Darcy is engaged to my daughter. Now what have you to say?
Only this, if that is the case, you can have no reason to suppose he would make an offer to me.
You selfish girl. This union has been planned since their infancy. Do you think it can be prevented by a young woman of inferior birth, whose own sister's elopement resulted in a scandalously patched-up marriage, only achieved at the expense of your uncle? Heaven and earth, are the shades of Pemberley to be thus polluted? Now tell me once and for all, are you engaged to him?
I am not.
And will you promise never to enter into such an engagement?
I will not, and I certainly never shall. You have insulted me in every possible way and can now have nothing further to say. I must ask you to leave immediately.
Can't she? Can she
Good
do
night.
that? Can someone like Elizabeth
I've never
do
been
that?
thus treated in my entire life.
Can she do that?
Lizzie, what on earth is going on?
Misunderstanding.
Lizzie?
For once in your life, leave me alone!
I mean, it is a misunderstanding and a miscommunication and a complete inability of communication, and just go to couples therapy. Ooh. Is he there? He's there. Oh, he's coming back. No.
Yes, she was here.
How can I ever make amends for such behavior?
After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
You must know. Surely you must know it was all for you. My affections and wishes have not changed. But one word from you will silence me forever.
Okay, Darcy got bars.
If, however, your feelings have changed, I will have to tell you. You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love, and love, and love you. And never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
hands are cold.
Lizzie, are you out of your senses? I thought you hated the man.
No, Papa.
He's rich, to be sure. He would have more fine carriages than Jane. But would that make you happy?
Gosh,
You no
this
other objection than
solid
your
dad.
belief in my
I mean, he's
indifference.
made his own hiccups, but solid dad.
Not at all.
I love him. He's not proud. I was wrong. I was entirely wrong about him.
Aww.
You don't know, Papa, if I told you what he was really like, what he's done.
What has he done? I must pay him back.
No. You mustn't tell anyone. He wouldn't want it. We misjudged him, Papa, me more than anyone, in every way, not just in this matter. I've been nonsensical. He's been a fool about Jane, about so many other things, but then so have I.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he and I are so similar.
Yeah.
We're both so stubborn. Papa,
You really do love him, don't you?
Oh, that's such a happy father.
I cannot
This is
believe
such good acting.
that anyone can deserve you. But it seems I am overruled. So, I heartily give my consent. I could not have parted with you, my Lizzie, to anyone less worthy.
That's such a good dad. Such a good dad. God, he did such a good job with that scene. Gosh, his eyes. Oh, that's beautiful.
If any young men come for Mary or Kitty, for heaven's sake, send them in. I'm quite at my leisure.
Gosh. Donald Sutherland. Brilliant. Brilliant. That scene was made by his acting. Gosh, that was so good. That was so good. Just, okay, I have to talk about just the, this is a very interesting shot to pause on. Everything about the authenticity of that scene from his face. Like, obviously, Keira Knightley did a really good job. You need a good, solid partner to get that level of just authenticity and liveliness in the moment. But I love the choice he made. It was so good. Just those tears, that movement. It said so much before he ever delivered the line. Like, just realizing how much his daughter is going to be fine because she actually loves this man. And how much joy as a father that can bring him. That was beautiful. That actually moved me. That moved me so much. That has moved me the most in the film, as you can see. That was so good. He killed that scene. He killed everything about that scene right to the very end, to the next shot. He lived in it. He was in it. That laughter of like flourishing joy. Gosh. So good.
How are you this evening, my dear?
Very well.
Oh, my dear.
Only I wish you would not call me my dear.
Why?
Because it's what my father always calls my mother when he's cross about something.
What endearments am I allowed?
Well, let me think.
Ooh.
Lizzie for every day.
Okay.
My pearl for Sundays. And
Okay.
Goddess divine, but only on very special occasions.
I'm down. I'm down
What
with
shall I
that.
call you when I'm cross?
Mrs. Darcy.
No. No. You may only call me Mrs. Darcy when you are completely and perfectly and incandescently happy.
Oh.
And how are you this evening, Mrs. Darcy?
Oh, that's sweet.
Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy.
That was sweet. Aww. That was lovely. I have an adorable Hello Kitty. If you can't tell, I love Hello Kitty. All right, everybody, that was Pride and Prejudice. Wow, that was absolutely lovely. I love how they chose to really end that. Well, like, gosh. And also just loving fathers get to me, like abuelas get to me, loving dads get to me, like just family. I'm a big family person, and when it's done well and it's done so beautifully truthfully in a scene, I just, it's so good. It's so good. It makes me happy. I love it. But that was absolutely lovely. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this with me. There's not really a lot to say because I feel like so much was said and discussed throughout the film. So I just really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to get more of my thoughts, or if maybe you enjoyed me watching something that's more of a period piece, if you guys want to see more period pieces, feel free to suggest. I have not seen Little Women, the Greta Gerwig version, or honestly any of the Little Women's, to be honest, but I'm most inclined with the Greta Gerwig one, even though the costumes are... But outside of that, I'm very interested in checking out some more period pieces. Just let me know if you guys want to see them. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed. That makes me happy. I'm happy. It's like 45 minutes till Valentine's Day. So this is a happy sentiment that I'll be riding off to tomorrow as I go to my job. And remember, you are deserving of happiness, love, joy, success, and all of the wonderful things in your life. I wish that for you. My best wishes are with you. Remember that you are a walking, talking miracle. Love you guys. Take care, and bye-bye.